Bismillah Rahman Rahim. My dear students, in the current session, I am going to talk about nouns and pronouns in Middle English. I hope that by the end of this session, you would know what was the nature of nouns and pronouns in the Middle English period and how it was different from the Old English especially, and how it was different from the modern English also in some ways. Well, dear students, in early Middle English, only two methods of indicating the plural remained fairly distinctive. One, as you look at the screen, is the use of S. The other is the use of ES to make the plurals, by adding both of these at the end of a word. And these were used from the strong masculine declension, and this one, this particular EN, as it is used in, as you can notice, oxen, was used to make plurals for the words with weak declensions. Well, the use of this S marker for plural and its emergence as a universal sign is something very significant. Probably at that time, it could not be predicted that somewhere down the lane it would happen so that this particular sign would become the almost universal sign of plural as it has become today. As far as this particular sign of plural marker of Middle English times, that is EN, as pronounced as N in, for example, oxen, N sound, until the 13th century, this plural enjoyed a lot of freedom and a lot of popularity, and a lot of words were made by using this particular plural marker, especially for all those weak declensions. However, in the rest of the England, this S plural and genitive singular of the old first declension masculine was apparently felt to be so distinctive that it spread very, very rapidly. This extension, what was the dimension of this extension? It was most quick in the north. So, we can say that by 1200, this plural marker S as a standard plural ending was accepted in the North and North Midland areas. It was so speedy a process that only in 50 years it had conquered the rest of the Midlands, and in fact, by the 14th century, it had definitely been accepted all over England. Well, if we focus on the pronouns for a while, the decay of inflections that had happened for, a certain time in the shift from Old English to the modern, this simplified not only the nouns but also the pronouns. So now in Mid-English, the pronouns less depended upon formal indications of both what we call gender and case. For instance, demonstrative pronoun of the numerous forms of, the as it was used in Old English in different forms, and that as it was used. Now only these two forms of this were left, the and that. And only these two survived through the Middle English times. A plural though that was used for those survived to Elizabethan times, but not after that. All the other forms indicative of different gender, number and case disappeared in most dialects early in the Middle English period. The same maybe we can say about the demonstratives. These three possibilities which were used in Old English, now they are reduced only to this in Middle English. Overall, we can claim that nouns and pronouns were simplified during the Middle English period, which made the survival of English language and the learning of it both very easy as compared to the past.